guys, and welcome back to my channel.
好きだ。
I don't know if I want to keep my glasses on in this. It's glaring real bad. I'll deal with poor eyesight. Okay, so for today's video, I thought I would do a clean with me for the first time because I always see those videos and they're so fun. You know, I like organizing things, and I definitely need to clean certain areas of my room because it's bothering me. While I'm cleaning, I thought I would share some fun stories of my youth. You know, just a little cool chit chat. So the area we will be cleaning today, or I will be cleaning, and you will watch me clean, is this little shelf of organizers that I bought to declutter my camera stuff from my makeup and hair. But since then, they've just meshed together, so each bin is just a collection of each category, and it's driving me nuts because I'm looking for something, and usually when I first bought it, it'd be like, oh, it's in bin 2. But now I have to take out every single bin and search for this item because it's no longer organized. So we're gonna be doing that. I think I'm in frame. Okay, so I got the shelf off Amazon to make space for my big desk that I got. Cause this used to hold my computer and stuff up, but it's kind of sturdy, but not, it's gonna hold the computer up sturdy. So the first thing we're gonna do is get rid of these boxes that you can't even see. Okay, I like this better. So the first thing we're gonna do is get rid of these boxes because I'm a hoarder. I get it from my mom. Okay, so school stories. We're gonna talk about the many times that I had a horrible habit of getting in trouble in school. Why? I don't know, I just craved chaos as a child. Still kind of do. All this is just bleaching stuff that I haven't done yet, because that's a different video. So we're gonna put this off to the side. So the first story we're gonna start with is my mom's favorite, that she says just kind of avalanched my entire school career. Well, not entire, in my opinion. I kind of calmed down in high school because, you know, you get tired. You get tired of being the main character. So it starts in kindergarten. Yep. Off the bat, I was absolute chaos. But fun. I was a fun kid. She said that herself. Kept her on the toes. Guys, gotta keep up, Mom. Last to 12. Spice it up. She said that I got suspended in first grade, in kindergarten, which I didn't know was possible. I don't remember this, by the way. No memory of it. So she said I got suspended because I kissed a boy. I don't know why they would suspend me for that. I'm a kindergartner, clearly too young to understand anything. And I think that is the funniest thing in the world, because why would you do that? Feels sexist to me, and it feels a little bit racist too, because I grew up in the South and I don't put it past them. Also, this is my favorite hat, but Shein did me dirty because it fits my head mad small.
Try it!
I was like, y'all shit kind of cute. I have braids in right now, so it's not gonna fit. But even when I didn't, it's just, it fits so tight. I want to go in and fix the seam and like release tension a bit, but like I don't want to mess up the hat. So every time I take a picture, it kind of just, I have to sit it on my head.
What is that?
So that kind of makes me sad. But it was like $1, so what was I expecting? Box 1, by the way. We have my old handbag that I don't carry anymore because I hate carrying things. We have hair clips. What? Hat. Can stay over there. Plastic bag. I got this, what is it? Body foam body lotion. I thought it was hair stuff. It's a little drying, not gonna lie. I don't really like it. So anyway, back to my story. So yeah, I got suspended. Benadryl, by the way. And that's the most I remember from kindergarten. I have a vague memory of getting in trouble on buses all the time. But you know, that felt normal. I don't know why they used to condemn like kindergartners for doing kindergartner things. They're like, you have too much energy. I'm 5 years old. Like I was saying. That was kindergarten. It was just back to back. You're too rowdy. You're too jumpy. You're just too much. You should never tell a child, because it leads to anxiety issues, in my opinion. We're gonna move to first grade. I've suddenly lost all memory of everything that ever happened. It was 2001. For everyone that's aware of what happened in 2001, a certain traumatic event happened, and that kind of shook our school. We went into super lockdown, and we got to go home early, and I got home and my mom was stressed because she didn't know what was going on. No one did. She's just glad that I was home. I was just glad that I was home. I had no idea what happened. But that had nothing to do with the story. It was just a memory that I have. It's a very distinct memory, because you know it happened. But I'd like to say I was kind of good in first grade, but not really. First grade was the year I decided I was sick of boys. I'm gonna put technical stuff in here, like the cords, the sewing box, my bag, and the plastic bag's gonna go in the other one. We'll see. Technical stuff is gonna go in here, like all the cords, camera boxes. So it's recess and it's hot, and I was a big Power Rangers fan when I was little, because you know that was a thing. That was a really cool big thing. And my favorite Power Ranger to be was not pink or yellow, because I was super not like other girls. I was a big I can't say bad words. I was a huge tomboy. So I said, there's a group of us, we was all like, let's play Power Rangers. And I'm like, yes, that's all I want to do. I was really good at cartwheels. So I was like, I'll cartwheel 20 times in a row, because I'm the best Power Ranger ever. I was the blue Power Ranger, in case I didn't say that, because blue's my favorite color. And the snot-nosed little boy decided, no, girls can't be blue, because it's a boy color. And he pushed me. He pushed me down. I got angry. This is a dad who said, I'm gonna fight back. I'm gonna fight back to everybody that's ever gonna step to me ever again. I shoved him to the pavement, and he got skint up pretty bad and cried really bad. I didn't even cry. I didn't cry when he pushed me down. As far as I can remember, that shove was nothing. I launched that shove across the playground. He was so upset. He was bawling his eyes out and told the teacher, like a baby he is, how you gonna be the blue Power Ranger and you cry when you get pushed down? This proves you couldn't be the blue Power Ranger. You don't got what it takes. Thank you, case closed. Anyway, I get in trouble, because it's like, you know, fight. One, they said I couldn't fight because I'm a girl. Girls are supposed to be nice. And I was like, he pushed me. And they're like, you should have told me. So I'm just supposed to let him push me? No. Vengeance is mine, you know? So that was the first taste of, you know, chaos. I enjoyed it. I don't care. I don't regret anything. The most annoying part of that situation was we got to the principal's office. It was a woman, you know, she was very nice, not gonna lie. Very plump southern woman, very warm in hospitality. She asked the boy, why did he push me? In my opinion, that's a dumb question, because it was clear he was jealous. He knew he couldn't be the blue Power Ranger. He felt threatened, but okay. He says, because I like her. You know what I told him? I was like, ew. Because first of all, ew. I don't do that. I'm gonna hit you because I like you. Sir, you're gonna get knocked out. And I'm immediately not like you forever. Now I don't like you forever. We're gonna have beef forever. So I got, no. And it's also, I can't even organize this stuff. It's just, it's a box of nothing. So beyond that, I really didn't get in trouble in first grade, because my mom was like really strict on me after that. She said if I hit another kid, I'm gonna be in like super big trouble. Spoiler alert, I definitely did. Second grade, I didn't really do much of anything. Like I said, mom was on my about a lot. She was just on me, which is understandable, Because I did get in trouble back to back. First, second grade, got suspended. Oh yeah, by the way, I got suspended for that. This is hair stuff. So I think I'm gonna make this box hair. This is my zodiac book that, you know, also has Chinese astrology in it. So that's fun. I really enjoy this book. I'm gonna put it with my other one. Nothing really happened in second grade that I can remember. We're gonna say nothing happened. I don't know if that's true, but we're gonna say it. Like I said, this is gonna be a hair box because most of my hair stuff is in here. Including my hat comb. Cat toy. Don't know why that's in there. They're about to go crazy. I don't know why I don't know why I gave that to them. Yeah, no. I've decided not to give you it. Just a bunch of trash. Everyone's favorite topic. So we're gonna start by putting the hair stuff, starting with hot comb that I've yet to use. I feel like I impulse buy and I really need to stop. But we're gonna put my necklaces in this bag because I really don't have a jewelry holder. They're just thrown about. So we're gonna put them in here because this feels very secure. I actually left one out. Missed one. It's okay. Okay, so moving on to third grade. Oh my god, third grade is where it kind of all just started crumbling down. I didn't get bad. I was never a bad child. I don't like to self-diagnose myself, but I feel like I have ADHD. Not gonna lie. I could not sit still for nothing. You could not hold my attention to save your life. And I remember that distinctly. And I know it's bad to self-diagnose, which is why I don't say I have. I feel like I should be tested as an adult because, oh my God, I would want to learn and something else would catch my attention. I couldn't. It was horrible when I was little and I was just like conditioning myself to like, you have to I'm trying not to curse. You have to focus or you're gonna get in trouble, which I feel is a trauma response. So many women go undiagnosed because they don't show signs like boys do. Like the restlessness and just like, oh, I can't keep still. I could keep still, but my mind couldn't. I would get frustrated because I couldn't focus and I'd just shut down and they just take it as, oh, she's being a sassy little girl. I'm not. I'm so frustrated. What started this? Math class was horrible. We started doing like intense math, I guess. I don't know, like timetables and things. For some reason, we didn't do it prior. There are a few events. I'm just gonna start naming the events because, whew, are there many? So the biggest one that I can name, y'all remember, you get a piece of paper and you'd have to fill out in the number of times. Like if it was a ones times table, you had a minute. If it was 3, you had 3 minutes. We were on 7 times tables, so we had 7 minutes to do them. Mind you, I can't fucking do 7. I don't know why. It was just hard. So I think I made it up to like 5, and then it started getting hard, and I just didn't know any more of them. So he said, once you're done, flip your page over. So I flipped the page over, and I start doodling because that was my stress release. That's how I calmed myself down. I doodle. And he comes over to pick him up after like the timer's done. And he got mad at me because I doodled. Like he really got mad. Not that I didn't finish. The fact that I drew on the piece of paper. Because he was a rude boy. I don't know, he was a weirdo. The second time was we were doing, what was it? Pretty sure it was 8s. It was like the next week. And I knew none of the 8s beside 1 and 2. For some reason, I don't know why. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done this. But I was extremely frustrated because I told him specifically, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't feel confident in this test. But you know, in 3rd grade talk, which of course was not taken seriously. So he gives me the piece of paper and I'm overwhelmed because everyone else is going ham. And I'm like, I don't know any of this. So I do the appropriate thing that my mind tells me to do and I rip the paper, I do. I rip it in half. I just place it on my desk, I pull out a piece of paper, start drawing again, because what? It is my stress release. He didn't like that. Oh boy, didn't like that. We're gonna put this hair thing back up because I've already I don't need that. So he gets super upset at me and sends me to the principal's office. And this event, because I had gotten in trouble prior week with the drawing, because he was a douche. One, I was banned from drawing in his class. And also, I was put into this little program where a bunch of kids who get in trouble a lot are put on probation for the week. And if they get in trouble too many times, they get suspended. And like privileges are taken away. They have to sit in silent lunch like that week, like the whole entirety of the next week, or some dumb consequence that kind of feels like prison reformatories, but you know, public school. Also, I kept drawing, but secretly, because how dare he try and take my relaxation methods away. That's rude. This is my snack drawer that I'm not supposed to have because I told myself I would stop snacking. This is embarrassing. This is a hat. I'm gonna put this with the hair and hat stuff. We're gonna skip to the end because the yo-yo of me getting in trouble and being sent to the principal's office and her just being like, what'd you do this time? It's traumatic. I was so upset that I kept getting sent for stupid things, but didn't do something that he felt I did on purpose in spite of his small man complex. This man was like 5'2". But the fun part of that year was that I got into another fight. Because I'm sick of boys. It's the end of the 3rd grade year by now. What is it? Field day. I don't know who if other schools did that. I think they did. I'm pretty sure it was like a known thing to do. All the testing was over and it's field day. And we're all just hanging out, you know, doing field day things. And me and my friends are in this really good corner of the playground. Because that's what they did. They just let us set up in the playground for a whole day out in the sun. I don't know how well they thought that one through. You know it's messed up? You could bring your own stuff, right? But like, no kid brings enough for an entire day. So eventually you run out of snacks, right? Or drink. Because no kid brings enough for an entire day. I guess they rely on their parents. But what about the parents of low-income kids like me? What happens? You run out of juice. That's what happens. Or you ration your water, your free water they give you. They just say you hate poor people. Anyway, I'm going on a rant. They made you buy snacks, is what my point is. That they hate poor people. It's my entire point. But I went to go get a Gatorade because I didn't have anything to drink now. And I was thirsty and it was hot. Although we picked a good spot. It had like the very few amounts of shade that was there. And me and my friends was in line and all blankets were down to claim that spot. All of our stuff was there. Our book bags, our lunch boxes was there. And teacher was like right there. So like they was watching it. And this is why I feel like this teacher was racist. I'm not gonna say her name. We went to go get something to drink. We come back. Our stuff is shoved to the side. Ooh. What happened to our stuff? We see crusty boys in our spot. What you doing there? You clearly saw us. My responsible friend said, let's go tell the teacher. Because obviously we're children. You know what this special woman says? No one likes a snitch. Well, she said tattletale, but you know, it's just diet snitch. I'm in the back of the group. There's 3 of us. And they go, what? And I'm like, excuse me? We go back. The boys are laughing. Sexism at its finest. I keep shaking this. I'm gonna put it down. It's go time in my mind because I've been disrespected. Anger issues are bubbling up. They call us over to play a game. It was run through the cones or something. It was like a relay race. It's us against boys because they love pitting sexes against each other. Because, you know, sexism in public school are best friends. Ooh. And obviously the boys beat us because they cheated. But I'm not gonna, it's neither here nor there. In my opinion, they cheated. And also, I'm not very good at tying shoes, so I fell. So they won, right? And then they rub it in our face. They're like, girls are so slow. That's why we got your spot. They rubbed it in our face that not only did they win the relay race, but they stole our spot. I didn't flip yet. I didn't. I was gonna let it go. Because, okay, nothing matters. I was existential at this age too. I didn't care about anything ever. Never in my life have I cared. I am flip until the dang teacher laughs. She laughs at a stupid little joke. So, to cut a long story short, I hit him with the parking cone. I did. Do I regret it? Yes. We became friends later in life. We laughed about it. So I got sent to ISS that day and I was not allowed to do anything else for field day. I didn't mind because I was back in the air conditioning. To be honest, I would do it again. But I'd rather be sitting out in the sweltering sun with nothing to drink or inside the air conditioned room with water. They made us read a dictionary, but like, I could fake read for days. Yeah, but fake read, you just look at the book, you're daydreaming, you flip every so often, make sure your head's moving. I'm a master at this. So that's why 3rd grade sucked, because so much happened. I was in so much trouble that year. My mom was sick of me. I didn't get in trouble in 4th grade. Actually, yes I did. That's a fib. That's a fib. I just remembered. So okay, so this doesn't technically count as getting in trouble, but this is why you don't fib to your parents, because they will know and then they will make you wish you didn't. So mom wanted us to go outside. We live in the country. So she wanted us to go outside and rake up all the pine needles and pine cones that had fallen, because it was like getting towards fall and all that. And I did not want to do it. I didn't. And I just was thinking of an excuse that would get me out of having to do it. And I was like, oh, I forgot. I don't know why I thought of this. It was a horrible excuse to start with. I forgot I have a report to do on DNA. Why did that was a horrible excuse. She's like looking at me and she goes, on DNA, a report. Why haven't I heard anything? Because, you know, valid. Why hasn't she? And I'm just standing there like, I forgot. Hoping she remembered. I'm hoping she like believes me. She doesn't. She knows I'm absolutely full of it. But she humors me. She's like, okay, get started. So now I'm realizing what I just signed myself up for. I now have to sit at the table and read a book. She took me to the library to get a book on DNA, because how are you supposed to do a report without a book? And I'm dumbfounded because it's a lie. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, off the top of my head? Because I'm thinking this lie will get me an hour and then I can just go play again. No, she made me sit at the table and write this report. This big old report. I'm like, I'm in 4th grade doing like MLA format essays on DNA because I fibbed, which is why I kind of know a lot about DNA now and genetics, because I was forced to. I fibbed and then I had to stick to it because I wasn't about to say I fibbed. If I'm gonna fib, I'm gonna stick to it. One thing about me, I'll take that to my grave. I timed this horribly because PTA was coming up, and not PTA, PTC, Parent Teacher Conference was coming up. So she drove me to school that day, which never happens because I'm a bus rider, and she was not about to let me live this down. She asked the teacher, so about these book reports, Latoya did one on DNA. How did she do? And the teacher's looking at me like, what? Because she didn't assign that. Because we weren't learning DNA. Because it's 4th grade. I didn't know she did it. Would you like to tell the class? So now I had to do a report on my own and, present it to the class. I mean, I got brownie points with the teacher because she was like, and this is what we call taking initiative. Toya did this all on her own. That was called nerd for the rest of the year. Everyone was mad at me because they had to do reports after that. And I'm just sitting there like, but my mother knows I fibbed, and to entertain it, because she's a petty woman, she stuck to it more than I did. Actually, no. It was a battle to see who would give up first, and neither one of us did. So I don't know who won that, but I guess I did because I got extra credit. 5th grade, nothing really happened. We started a book club. I became in a book club. Total nerd. I really started getting into reading more. Not that I did it, but I like really vamped up my reading because I was like, I don't want to get in trouble anymore. I have a large collection of face masks thanks to this panoramic. Things that happened in 6th grade that got in trouble with was the teacher hated me. Why did she hate me? Oh, I forgot to mention, a lot of the teachers didn't find me too fun because I have 11 siblings. So they had my siblings, and they were pretty much how you expect. Not the best. So I got the backlash of that fun little chapter that they had with my siblings. And they would go, my eyes are on you, Myers. And I'm like, what? I just stepped foot in the classroom. There I was in the doorway, Harry Potter glasses on, pants are too big, shirt too big, fucking New Balance sneakers on my feet, book bag too big, because I'm like this small. And I'm like, what did I do? I went back into a shell in middle school because I was sick of getting in trouble. This box is actually already organized because I don't go into this one a lot. So we're gonna put this back. And we're on the last box. Yes, this is going great. This one has all my wigs that are definitely should have been in bags, but they aren't. And I was hurt that these teachers did not like me because I didn't do anything yet. I say yet because as soon as you don't like me, I now have no fear to do anything. I might as well live up to it, right? Right, thank you. Oh, I know I make sense. This one's kind of already organized too. See? I was like pretty good at organizing some things. Wow, we only made it to 6th grade. That's fun. We're gonna speed run this. So they didn't like me, especially my history teacher. Hated me, don't know why. Did not really do anything in her class. But anyway, she was just having a horrible day. And she was just fed up with the world. I don't know what was going on in her life. But I guess some other kid was being annoying. And she was like, called the officer. Yeah, we had police officers in our school. I don't know what other schools had that, but we did. So she called one for the kid. And then she decided, yes, this is a great time to just get rid of all the kids I don't like. So me, sensing where this is going, keep my head down, and I'm like, please don't start with me today. And she just scans the room, and she just starts picking kids. She's like, you can go, you can go, you can go. And the officer's standing there like, what happened? And she's like, they're just disruptive. And the kids that are going are like, what is happening? We didn't even say anything today. Which they didn't, which is why it's funny, because they didn't do anything. And then she spots me, and I'm doing work. I'm scribbling on my paper because I don't want to be called, because I know she's going to if I make eye contact. And it didn't even matter because she called me regardless. And she was like, Miss Myers, you can go. I get up to the office, principal enters the room, sees like 7 kids. And he's like, what happened? And we're like, she just called us. Well, the one kid that was being bad was like, okay, you was being disruptive. All of us was like, no, you was being loud. And then we got called on it because of you. And then he looks at me. And he knows my mom because I was, had a history of being bad, like to meet the principal of every time I changed schools, every teacher. She liked to get involved in case they needed to call her. Very that type of mother. So he's like, Latoya, what are you doing up here? And I was like, I didn't do anything. And then everyone said that. It was like, yeah, she really didn't do anything. She was like, I don't know why they called her. And they was like, okay, kid that was being disruptive, you stay. The rest of you leave. Like, go back to class. And so we walked back in the room. Her smile dropped. She was like chatting with the popular kids, living, you know, her old life through theirs. And then we walked back in the room, and it was like we killed her cat in front of her and skinned it and tried to get, like, feed it to her. I think she got in trouble for drinking on the job, like, later, which makes sense. See, the issues I have with these teachers is because they are, like, not stable and do not need to be teachers. Every teacher I've ever had a big issue with has gotten in trouble later in life. Why? Because they're horrible people. The same year, my science teacher, who was a little loco, but I've never met a science teacher that wasn't. So I didn't think too much of it. She was teaching gravity because that's what subject we were on at the time. And to teach gravity, she threw a book. She threw a book across the room to demonstrate something about gravity and force in motion. And then she proceeds to come over to my desk, grab it, and go, if I shook this, which she did, I don't know why if she said if she was going to do it. Shook. I'm like, what the f? What is going on? Everyone's laughing, but I'm like, what is going on? Couple years later, she got fired because she went into the boys' locker room. No, the boys' bathroom, and started taking pictures of the kids in there. Weirdos. Nothing really happened in 8th grade because, like I said, I became extremely introverted from the series of just being attacked by teachers. The only time I got in trouble in high school was when I was helping a kid on a test. It wasn't even a test. It was like a movie quiz. And he was like, can I copy your paper? And, duh, I'm for the people. I feel like this isn't a personal issue. I've had issues with just English teachers. Except for like my second college professor, because the first one flunked me for some reason. This woman, I didn't fail the final, by the way. This woman lost my work. All of it, somehow. I swear to God, she was on like pills. But like the dean already knew about her, so like that didn't count against me or some shit. But I still had to take the class over because they couldn't just pass me, because I don't know. So I chose a different professor this time. He's funny because he'd been around the block. He was an old white dude from California that was in the Marines and like went to war, and he worked for the New York Times, and he did a lot of things in his life. And he was like, I can smell BS. First sentence out the gate. I have a detector that can smell BS. Don't BS me. I wrote my paper the day before every single time. Bro, I BS'd every single paper in that class and I passed. I think your detector's broke, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Return it to the store. It ain't working. It ain't working. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all that happened. I was a really good kid because I was depressed. High school was tough. It was really tough. You can't get in trouble if you don't got a will to live. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed me helping me clean out my shelf. It's now very clean, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment some stupid school situations that happen to you, because teachers suck and they have egos that need to be checked. And I will see you next week for another video.